Candidate interview series. Today we have Lisa Darus, who's running for Supervisor of Elections. How are you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. All right, you ready to get started?
I am.
Okay. So what are your top goals of your life?
So I want to just continue to give you an elections office that you can be confident in. Continue to have an office that's transparency and run with integrity. I want to expand voter outreach and get out into the community and schools more. We already do their homecoming elections, so I'd love to get into the classrooms and speak about the electoral process and how the government works. Ms. Hines at Trenton High School invited us in to do to speak to some of her classes this past year, and we really enjoyed it. I also want to do candidate information sessions for potential candidates or candidates that have already run before. Just let them know what to expect, what is going to be expected of them, because it can be scary if you've never done it before, or if you have, things change.
What are the biggest issues that you think the supervisor of elections office is have?
In terms of our office, I think the biggest issue is space. We need more space in order to run properly. I know that we moved offices a couple of years ago when the tax collector's office moved out, and we were thankful for that added space that it provided, but we're quickly outgrowing it. In terms of our role, I think it's getting out into the community and involving people more in the elections and getting as many people as we can to vote and to register, and I plan to do that by doing registration drives and such.
What are some changes that you'd like to make to your life?
One thing I'd love to look into would be to expand early voting sites. We currently only have one, and that's in our office in Trenton. And so it's a long haul for somebody that's up in the north end of the county. And I think that's one thing that we've had complaints, over the years about is how far they have to drive if they're going to come early vote. And so I'd love just to have more centralized locations throughout the county just to give everybody a chance to vote.
What are the biggest challenges that the county faces in regard to voting?
Well, I was going to say the growth of the county, just because it impacts our office, and every office. We know that what Gifford County has to offer and why everybody's coming here. But it impacts us in a way of, just little things and big things such as like our precincts and whatnot. We have older precincts, and we're going to need to get them refurbished or look at new locations at some point, like Osteen at 340 and 47. It's our biggest precinct as far as voters, but our smallest precinct building-wise, and the parking is terrible. So with that, with growth, more voters, more issues, and that sort of thing, so we need to look at different precincts and whatnot.
What are some things you think the supervisor of elections office does well?
Well, I think we do a great job in assisting the citizens and voters of the county. Ms. Sanchez has been a great mentor and supervisor for the last long time. And I just want to continue to provide that level of service and expand on it a little bit.
What makes you the best candidate for this position?
Well, I'm the only candidate that's ever been in the elections office, has any experience in the elections office. I've been there for 16 years. I can walk into the office on day one and be able to run it without any additional cost to the taxpayers or delays in services. I've been through recounts and trainings and 30+ elections and law changes. The list goes on, and things that takes years to learn. And I think that you want your supervisor elections to be knowledgeable.
What experience do you bring to help your election?
Well, like I said, I have 16 years of experience, and I think that's invaluable, knowing the ins and outs of the office. There's things that we have to do on a daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly basis, things that would take time and resources to learn. But perhaps the most important to the taxpayers is that with me in office, we will be saving money. Just because I do know how to run elections, and if we have to bring in a vendor, it's going to cost $10,000 per election to bring them in. So this year alone, we have 3 elections. We've been able to do everything in-house, so we're saving $30,000 essentially. And furthermore, I can train my staff. I won't have to bring in anybody to train the staff.
And what can those citizens of Gilbert County expect from Lisa Darus or supervisor elections?
Well, first off, they can expect to continue to receive free and fair elections that are run lawfully and with integrity. You'll see an office that will continue to provide great service, and you'll see myself and my staff out and involved in the community. You'll see someone with a passion for this office and all of its potential to push it and reach people.
And is there anything that we haven't talked about so far?
I think so.
Lisa Darus for supervisor of elections.